We've moved outside today and we're going to be doing a special video about my memories of the best beer that I used to drink in 1996, when the last time England were really pretty damn good in the Euros. Keep on watching to find out what beer and what it's like. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today I thought I'd take us outside, so we're doing this video al fresco style. And obviously I've got my England shirt on. It's not a new shirt, it's not a retro shirt, but I want to talk to you about 1996. So if you can cast your mind, if you're old enough to remember 1996, cast your mind back to 96. It was a brilliant summer. I was in London at the time, and it was all about Britpop and obviously the Euros being in the home nations, and there was a real fever. Obviously the Skinner and Baddiel song, "It's Coming Home," was like playing all the time, and there was a real positive vibe in the country at that time. And one of the beers that I drank at the time, I used to drink it on draft and used to find it wherever I could, was this beer. Now, don't get too frightened. This is not just a normal Carling lager. This is Carling Premier Lager. It's a nitro poured, nitrogen activated Premier Lager. Or premium lager, I should say. And the thing is with this, it was all the rage at the time. That everyone was drinking beer in cans with the widget in, this has got, and you could. No, you can't actually hear it. Sometimes you can hear it in these widget cans. But, the Boddingtons. There was also other stuff like Calders, which seemed to be a sort of sold as a hybrid of a stout, a bitter and a lager, which was always a bit of a weird one. But it seemed like it was all the rage. And this was a beer that I used to, whenever I could find it on draft in a pub, I'd spend more time in that pub, because it was definitely the best beer you could buy, certainly on draft. And equally pretty good in the cans. And I used to go to a nightclub just off Regent Street called Club Fantastic. If anyone remember, maybe lived in London in the mid-90s. It was like an 80s themed club, basically played loads of 80s music. And they used to have this on tap. So it was a brilliant place. I used to go there quite a lot. But this beer, Carling Black Label, I don't know, it's not been called Carling Black Label for years, but Carling beer is generally the worst lager you can buy. It is a really poor lager. It always has been, and it is no better now. But this one is a bit different. Now, you really need to get the best out of it, you need a frosted glass. Now, 5 minutes ago, this was a frosted glass, but it's a hot day today, and it's already starting to sort of, the frostiness is going, but it's still a cold glass. This is pretty cold, so without further ado, I'm going to get this beer. It's a lively one. So it's got a widget in it, so you need to basically pour it hard and wait for it to settle, and hopefully that will work. So normally, with a lager, you're going to tilt the glass, but with this one, you just want to pour it straight down, just like a Guinness, basically. And I've even got a Carling Premier glass. Now, the last time I had this beer was when I got this glass, and it was on my 40th, so that's quite a few years ago. A good friend of mine, Nigel, he bought this for me, and a 4-pack that he managed to find. And even at that time, it was it wasn't something that was easily found. I actually got this from Home and Bargains, of all places. But let's see if this beer is as good as I remember it. So beer in a glass, look at it. It's nice and smooth. You can see the carbonation's moved up there, even though, you think, oh God, he's poured it weird. But you can see there, it produces a really nice draft-like beer. It's a really ice white, 2 fingers of really sort of compacted head. Looks pretty good. Carbonation slowly moving, really slowly moving. I just hope it's as good as I remember. So let's taste it, shall we? I'm not even going to bother smell it. And let's smell it first. It smells like lager. It's got that malty, there's not much to it in terms of the smell. It's all about the taste and the smoothness. So I'm really thirsty now. Let's get this down. Cheers, everyone. That is still as good as I remember. It's so smooth. It's like drinking a Guinness, but with a lagery flavour opposed to a malty Guinnessy flavour. It's like a Boddington's, but it's not as bitter, it's much lighter. And the thing is with these beers is I've taken a sip of that and I've literally drank half the pint. It's so smooth that it's probably the easiest pint to neck. It's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, that's still a good beer. I mean, the flavour of the actual lager itself is okay. What's the percentage of this? It's a premium. It's 4.7% premium lager. It's not about I don't think it's about the taste. It's just about how smooth and easy it is to drink. It just goes down so well. On a hot day like today, this is a brilliant beer. I'm surprised you can't. Maybe you can. If anyone knows where you can get this, or if you can still get Carling Premier on draft, then let me know and I'll have to go to that pub. But to be honest, this is a real blast from the past. Takes me back to the mid-90s. I think I'm going to go and put on an Oasis album now and rock out to that just before the England game starts. I'm looking forward to drinking the rest of these. I bought 4 cans. This come in a 4-pack, and they're 500ml cans. No, they're not 400. These are the weird ones. These are the 440ml cans, but they're 500ml sized. So obviously, in terms of the widget, that's where the difference is. It's a brilliant beer. I got 4 of them. I think it was about £3.50, something like that. £3.49, I think it was, for 4 cans. Really good value. Don't be put off if you see this and you see it in Home and Bargains and you think, oh, I remember Rocker reviewing that and he was saying how great it was, but I'm not convinced. But if you see this and you think Carling, you know, you might have, I don't think there's anyone who says that Carling is a good beer at all. So that puts people off. But if you look for the Carling Premier Nitro poured, I think you'll be surprised how great this beer. I mean, look at the glass, look at the way that it is like a lager Guinness. That's what it's like. It's so good. Drink it. I'm not going to review it in a normal way, give it a score, but I still think this is one of the best lagers. It's all about the mouthfeel though. It's all about that smoothness. So do yourself a favour, try this. If you've had it and you think, no, that's rubbish, and let me know in the comments. But if there's any other Nitro pour lagers that you've had, let me know. And if you remember that Calders, I'm sure it's called Calders, because they used to advertise it. And they used to say, yeah, it's like like a Guinness, but with a Guinness, the mouthfeel, or the sort of refreshment of a lager, the taste of a bitter, and the sort of body of a Guinness. That's how they sort of sold it. And there was adverts as well at the time. Oh, brilliant! And that was a good beer as well. And all those other sort of Murphys and other sort of not stouts, but those sort of cream flow sort of beers were all the rage back in the mid-90s. I don't think they are so now, but this is a good beer. So I've whittled on enough. Hope you enjoyed the football this afternoon, and until the next one, keep on rocking.